This Discover Mirrorless vlog post is brought to you by the Panasonic Lumix G series. Hey everyone, this is Suzette Allen and Jonny Yoshinaga. They are the super duper team that has made the coolest e-product in the history of photography. Yesterday when you sent me that piece, I was totally freaked out. Let's take a second, let's show it to the audience. I want to show them how cool this is.
Christmas, hear those sleigh bells ring, all the love of joy that season brings.
Suzette, everybody that I showed that to says, I want that, how much is it, how do I get it? This is like a new birth for photographers that want to make a product that nobody else has seen before that's going to play on screens, even though it's not a printed product. Is this something you think professional photographers can make money with?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, people are wanting the exciting stuff that tells more of a story and it shows more personality. And people are so captivated by the video and the music. And I mean, it's magical. People are eating it up.
You were so right. They are eating it up. I showed it to 6 different neighbors. They all completely, totally dug it. And in fact, this morning I have an email from one who thought that I made that and asked if I shot that. Downtown Chicago has the ice skating rink. Which I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I could totally steal that idea. Just take people ice skating and watching them fall out and stuff. That would be just as fun.
Do it.
All right, it's 33 seconds long. It plays on an iPhone. It plays on an iPad. It is the epitome of hybrid e-product. And just for the folks, by the way, who aren't comfortable with those terms, hybrid means the skillful blend of photo and video and audio and graphic, controlled by the photographer. So we like to have the ability to capture a moment with a still photo or with video and maybe just with audio. And then when we refer to it in e-product, it means it's an electronic product that can be shown and shared and sold anywhere that you have a screen. And we know how many millions of screens there are everywhere, right?
Yeah.
All right. How did you shoot that piece? What camera? Everybody is dying to find out how you did that.
I was using the Panasonic Lumix GX1, and I just used the kit lens, the little 14 to 42.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great. I did some stills, but with the motion of them skating, of course, I wanted all that with video.
Yeah.
And basically, that's just one clip.
Yeah.
And I did a freeze frame. I stopped it in the middle where everybody looked great. And I did a screen grab from the video. That's what I painted. And then put it back in all prettied up. Oh. And then put a still at the end of them posed at the end. So really, there's only 2 shots. 1 still and 1 video.
Oh my gosh! So shooting time. If that was your intent that you were just going to go shoot that for a customer, how much shooting time did it take to shoot that piece?
Well, if I had the concept all ironed out,
yeah.
I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I could have done it in 15 minutes.
Oh, and then Jonny, did you put it together?
No, Sis did it all in Photoshop.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, but Jonny, you know, you're so good with all that technical stuff. It just seems to me like Photoshop is a hard way to edit that kind of video. Why didn't you just jump in and do it with something else?
No, normally I would do something like that in Premiere, but this is something that she wanted to do. She wanted to learn and really explore what Photoshop was capable of doing.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave her a few pointers on a few things, but she pretty much figured it all out on herself.
Nice.
And managed to whip it out.
Very nice. So I'm assuming just auto white balance.
Oh, yeah.
And did you use any color processing mode in the camera, or you just shot it in, what, aperture priority?
Yeah, I just shot it on just the normal mode, and it does such a great job on auto.
It does.
The color, everything. Yeah.
And autofocus worked, right? Yeah. Did you happen to see the comparison that we're struggling with the D800 in video mode? We did a comparison between the mirrorless GH3 and the D800, and we had my dogs run around, and you just can't autofocus with DSLRs. It's way too hard with video. Photo, yeah, but video, no. So the mirrorless system, you literally just put a $600 camera up there and hit the video button, and you got that quality of image, right?
Oh, I know. It's so easy. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay, which version of Photoshop did you use to assemble that?
CS6. CS6 has the video capability, and you don't even have to have extended. It's all built in, the regular version.
How did you make that transparent overlay with the snow?
Oh, well, since it's in Photoshop, you just use regular layers. So I just made a blank layer and had this cute little snow brush. I mean, it's just those little speckles of white.
Yeah?
Put it on the layer, and then I made another layer, and I did more. And so I did 5 layers total.
Yeah.
And some of them are small, and they go slow. And then some of them are bigger, and they go faster.
Yeah.
So in the movement. So in the timeline, you move it from the top down.
Yeah.
And so each one is moving down. And it's really weird wrapping your head around the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just normal layers like Photoshop, but you can actually move them in time. It's so cool.
Wow, it is. It's beautiful, beautiful. Now, I know most people, me in particular, aren't going to have the skills in Photoshop or the confidence maybe to jump in the way you do there. I've had a conversation with the people at Pro Show and asked them, take a look at this piece Suzette made. Can you make a Pro Show template that any schmo like me can just dump files into and spit it out? And they go, yep, this is something that we need to work on. So I suspect by this time next year, we'll have thousands of people hopping in using a template, or we'll give them a template, or they can put it into iMovie or Movie Maker, whatever they want, and make these kind of Christmas cards. Because if you were to be able to go, say, end of August, first part of September, and do a promo to your customer base, telling them, hey, for Christmas cards this year, don't take your picture yourself. Let us do this hybrid card for you, eCard, whatever it is. How much would you charge, do you think, for a customer if you could book, say like Joey Ikamoto does, and he puts 15 in a day and he just clicks them 20 minutes apart at the ice skating rink? What are you going to charge a family to do that?
Wow. Well, if this can be template driven,
Yeah.
as far as, just throw it in and it spits it out, you could do it so affordably. And everybody wants to do Christmas cards on a budget because they have all kinds of other expenses for Christmas too.
No kidding.
So,
I got 2 kids in college. Come on.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is like with the any sort of a promotion, like Joey's got his baby plan, you get him in the door with a good, affordable price. You produce the product, and then along the way, you also tell them, hey, we've got these other images. Would you like to purchase these? And you just upsell them.
Yeah.
And you use the eProduct to get them in the door.
Yeah.
Upsell them to larger prints. And
Yeah.
make your money that way.
So,
The e-products aren't going to replace the prints.
no, not at all.
It's going to drag them in. They're going to, I want that. And
Yeah.
then they'll still buy the prints.
Absolutely.
But I think it'll work to get them in the door.
Well, let's say if I was going to do that, I would look at the 150. I'd have 2 different packages. I'd have one at 150 that gives you a 20-second piece, and then one at, say, $299 that gives you a 35-second piece. And I just put an extra shot into the other one. So I give them a choice, right? And then you're right. From that, I would probably actually make a still photo print on spec and show them. And then you know what I think is tremendous? Mark Hauser, does huge numbers with Groupon.
Ah.
This could be a Groupon.
Yeah, if you could make it a formula and a template that you could just drop in
Yep.
and do it quickly, then you could afford to do that. I'll tell you what, after doing that by hand, of course it was really slow because it was the first time I'd done that, and it was a learning process. But after taking all that time, wow, do I have a keen appreciation for Pro Show Web. Oh, so much faster and easier.
Ah, right on. Well,
But, I would love it if they would make templates like that.
Yep.
Just drop in. I'd do that all day long.
yeah, I think that's where we're going to go. Photographers don't, nobody has a Jonny, right, other than you. Photographers don't have the ability to add a full-size video editing suite, and that's kind of our message on Discover Mirrorless. We say don't. Right? Just like in the old days of digital, we told people don't go buy those big inkjet printers, even though we have them. Go use a lab. That's a much more efficient way to be a better photographer. Well,
Definitely.
being a hybrid photographer means outsourcing that production too. Let's not get stuck on a computer. Well, guys, thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you for creating that what is a milestone piece. And I'm not overstating this at all. That was the piece that when I've been talking to you over the last year and a half and encouraging you to just experiment, and think about some way that we can boost those sagging sales as professional photographers. And eProducts is the way. You've just shown us that product that makes sense and will make a lot of people a lot of money, and you get the credit for it.
Awesome. Thank you so
So
much.
well
I'm
done.
so excited about the future.
So glad. Okay, guys, thanks. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
This Discover Mirrorless vlog post was brought to you by the Panasonic Lumix G Series family of cameras.